cats are the best animals, and this is not up to debate. In an effort to prove this fact, I'm beating the entirety of Pokemon Scarlet using only cat Pokemon. For those of you who are new here, I'd suggest watching the first video for context on where we are and what the rules are. For those who don't want to do that, here's me explaining the rules at 5 times speed. When we had last let off, I had just beaten the first Titan and gotten my sandwich stolen by Koraidon. In order to prepare for our next task, we wiped more species off the ecological map in order to get our team up to level 18, the cap for the next gym. And finally, we can add Cookie to the team, as she is at last within our level cap. Welcome to the team, Cookie! She joins just in time too, as our next stop is the grass-type gym in the town of Artisan. Ready to take the gym on, we walk up to the building and enter, only to see Nimona in the lobby. Huh, that's the second time that's happened. Odd. Even she points it out. Suspicious. I swear I'm not just sneaking ahead of you so I can lie in wait and go, oh wow, weird, might as well battle now that you're here. Huh. You know, it's exactly what a stalker would say. I'm on to you, Nimona. After she leaves, I take on the gym challenge, finding 10 different Sunflora scattered around the city. Are all gym leaders this eccentric? First olive rolling, now this? Oh well, guess I just have to deal with it. After successfully locating all of the flowers, I return and ask to challenge Brascious, who jump scares us while standing on top of a giant windmill. Well, I guess that confirms my theory. This guy was really eccentric. Although I can appreciate the landing, this guy obviously took a page out of my team's book. Starting the fight out, I decide it's Cookie's time to shine. Ignore that she's level 19, she definitely didn't level up during the gym challenge. Just give me a sec here, and there! Level 18. Not afraid of the Petalil Brascious first sends out, I use the first turn to click Work Up, increasing my damage. As if to make fun of me after my last gym battle, the Petalil uses and lands a Sleep Powder first try. I'm not mad at all. Not one bit. I wake up turn 2 and use another Work Up, effectively doubling all my damage for the duration of the fight. Then, I Terastallize my Litleo and start spamming Ember. I one-shot both of Brascious' first 2 Pokemon, and bring Sudowoodo, or I guess in this fight just Wudo, down to 1 health thanks to its Sturdy ability. It hits me back with a super effective Rock Throw, but Cookie tanks it and takes Wudo out. Second gym badge gotten, easy as pie. Time for summer school. I head back to Naranja Academy and take Language 1 and 2 with Mr. Salvatore. Now you may be asking me why I would want to study another language, especially, French. And to answer that, it's a surprise tool that will help us later. Ready for the second course of our fancy feast, I make my way to the second Titan, a giant bird with smoker's lung. Unfortunately, to make our way up to it, I have to make my way through the Roblox obby. No, seriously, this is just a damn Roblox game. What is this child's game doing in my child's game? Making it to the top, we send out Donut to make quick work of the flying type, almost one-shotting it. Unfortunately, it retreats and eats an herb, healing it back up to full. Arvin joins us to help, and I send Lily to lower the bird's accuracy. Lily gets low, so I send a Cookie to help finish the job. With this fight, Crosby levels up and tries to evolve. Unfortunately for him, that's not allowed, and so I must blue ball his metamorphosis. Arvin makes more food out of Herba Mystica, and once again, Koraidon steals it. Jerk. Arvin thankfully saw this one coming ahead of time, so he made an extra so I can still have one. You know, maybe this guy isn't so bad. Nope, this guy's a dog, he is so bad. Arvin wanted to give an explanation for why he's on his quest, and so he gives his story. Turns out, this dog is all he really cares about anymore, and he is very sickly. Pokemon centers don't help, and so, in a last-ditch effort to cure him, Arvin is on a mission to collect all of the rare medical herbs. Well, with a sob story like that, how can I possibly hate this dog? Nope, still don't like it. But you know, as the most superior species, I must act as a good example, so I'll still help out. Next up, venting our disgust towards dogs in a healthier, nicer way. Like raiding and destroying a Team Star base. Life is all about finding good outlets. As we approach the Dark-type Team Star base, we get a call from Cassiopeia confirming the fact we are joining Operation Starfall. During our discussion, Clavy pulls up in a pompadour wig, claiming his name is Clive, and says he's joining the effort.
A moment that surely isn't foreshadowing anything at all.
Cassiopeia reluctantly accepts his support, and I move in to fight the guards in front of the base. I send out Morris, while the enemy trainer sends out Murkrow. The flying type is scary, but I'm confident that Morris can survive a hit. And it crits in one-shots. Well, that's Morris's first life gone. Donut gets sent in and easily cleans up, and I prepare for the Star Barrage, the special challenge that Team Star bases contain. Using the first 3 members of my party, I have to defeat 30 enemy Pokemon using auto battles in 10 minutes. Luckily, I'm able to do this without much concern, and get ready to fight the leader of the base, Giacomo. I start out the fight with Cookie, taking out the enemy Pawniard with just 2 embers, not an issue at all. Next up is the real challenge in this fight, Revavroom, essentially a raid boss. This thing is wicked fast and threatens to sweep my whole team if I don't play this right. In order to stop this, I need to play meticulously. First, I slow down Revavroom using Bulldoze. Then, I send in Lily to tank a Wicked Torque and start spamming Sand Attack, lowering its accuracy to its lowest point. Then I send in Crosby, planning to put it to sleep and Leech Seeding. Unfortunately for me, I didn't realize that Revavroom is immune to both moves, meaning I sent in Crosby only to take some damage. I send Cookie back in to press Bulldoze some more, lowering its speed to -3. Then, I send Morris in to set up a little and use Low Kick, doing a solid chunk of its health. Unfortunately for me, Morris takes most of his health, and so I send in Donut next. He charges and then hits the Revavroom with a Terra-boosted Spark 3 times in a row, taking it out without a single casualty. Somehow. Barely. As a reward for defeating the base, Cassiopeia allows us to craft more TMs at the TM machine. She also sends someone from her supply team in to give us some parts to craft said TMs, and it turns out to be the girl with the cat backpack we saved earlier. Turns out her name is Penny, and she wishes us luck moving forward. Next, we go and defeat a bunch of trainers in South Province Area 5 in order to 1. Level up our mons before our next gym battle, and 2. Get an Eviolite. This immediately is put on Crosby, who will be staying unevolved throughout the entire playthrough. This greatly increases Hoppip's bulk, allowing it to actually somewhat keep up with the rest of our team. Now, Crosby is obviously going to be a weak spot in our team as time goes on, and I'm sure a lot of you are wondering how I plan to strategize around him. Some of you may already have guessed it based off of the Eviolite, but I plan on building him around Longevity. For now. With moves like Leech Seed and Giga Drain, I'm going to try to keep him on the field for as long as possible, while also having Sleep Powder in order to stall for more time to heal. Making our way into Levincia, we grab some surprise tools that will help us later. Like a lot of surprise tools. And some like a lot later. But no, seriously, why does this town have so many insane TMs? What the hell? Who allowed this? Nimona, once again, meets us at the gym and immediately challenges us to a battle. I think this girl may or may not like battling us. Can't tell though, the stalking might be unrelated. Anyway, cue the theme music. Nimona leads off with, "Wait a second! A dog? She is evil! I knew it all along!" Cookie makes quick work of it with Bulldoze, and her mouse is a similar story. We swap in Morris to take care of her duck, terrestrializing and one-shotting it with a Seed Bomb. The villain is defeated. I can't believe she would use a dog. Next up, the gym battle proper. The leader of this gym is a fellow content creator such as myself, Iono. However, in order to prove that we have enough clout to collab with her, we have to pass her challenge. She introduces her assistant, Clappy? Why is he here? Well, regardless, we have to play Where's Waldo with Clappy in order to pass the gym test, a challenge that should be easy with my cat-like reflexes.
What do you mean reflexes have nothing to do with it? Eyesight? Well, I have good eyesight too, so screw you!
Ahem. Anyway, we find him with ease, and then we have to battle a gym trainer, who sends in a cat of his own. You know, I like this guy, he has good taste. We make quick work of him, and then it's off to the next round of finding Clappy. Once again, a non-issued, followed by a quick trainer battle, which Morris and Cookie make just as quick work of. After one final round of Where's Waldo, Iona decides that we are worth collabing with, and sets up our gym battle. Let's go, I'm finally making it to the big leagues. Ignore that this is a fake collab with a fictional streamer, let me have my small victories. We start the stream out with Donut, while Iono sends in her Watchrill, which we bite to death with no issue. She sends in a cat of her own, to which we swap out Cookie, who spams Bulldoze, just barely surviving the Lexio's onslaught. We send in Morris to take care of her Belly Bolt, using our Terra to make as quick work of it as possible. Iono sends in her Miss Magius and terrestrializes into Electric type, trading a blow with Morris, leaving both Mons at very low health. We then send in Lily to finish the fight, tanking a Charge Beam and killing the faux Electric type with a Covet. After once again preventing Crosby from evolving, we finish up the collab with a nice send-off and a shameless plug.
Thanks for the battle, Iono. If you guys like seeing me battle here, you can find me at BlastMe's on PokeTube. I'd appreciate it if you guys stop by.
You know, speaking of that, maybe you guys should subscribe, huh? I plan on making some more content around here. Unfortunately, this episode was delayed due to some health problems, but there will be more. Pretty please. Anyway, once again, that leaves us at the end of this episode. I really hope you all enjoyed. This episode was actually way more challenging than the previous, and it made me realize that this probably won't be a walk in the park. Despite how I'm making it seem, of course, so stick around to see where that goes, I guess. Also, next episode is going to be sick. The team is getting some fun upgrades, so you're going to want to be there for that. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Don't punch any goats on your way out. See ya.